One of the main causes in life of death is smoking, and it is on average that 1,500 Americans die each day from smoking. And as you can see here, is a picture of your lungs. Simple. You have the different arteries right there. You have the different sectors that allow the breathing and whatnot. And as you see, just a normal picture of your lungs. These are black lungs, or what happens when people are smoking. And as you can see, when people inhale the cigarette, the tar becomes implanted in their lungs, and it becomes very hard for them to breathe, and it's, as you can see, it blackens your lungs. And it is proof that over 75% of Americans do smoke on average. And it is even more proof that 50% of Americans smoke 1 to 2 packs of cigarettes per day, which in over 4 years span will turn your lungs pitch black. This right here is a simple cigarette, and in the U.S. today, it's the leading cause of death rate among men and women, and it's simple for the fact that people look at smoking as a stress. It was even said, a quote from one cancer survivor said, "The only reason I ever smoked was to get away from things," and he said this because he felt that smoking gave him a sense of freedom or a sense of peace. And 2 months later, after he said that quote, after he had been smoking for 15 years, this happened. This right here is a picture of lung cancer. And lung cancer is the single most deadly cause of cancer in the U.S. today. Over 35% of Americans have had lung cancer that have smoked. And it is even more shocking that 90% of Americans die from lung cancer, leaving only 10% of Americans to survive from that. However, there are plenty of alternatives to smoking. People have tried for help. People have tried nicotine. People have tried contacting supervisors. People have tried many different ways. However, the number one statistic that has shown for people to help stop smoking the most is being physically active. Going out and running, playing a certain sport, being with your friends is all ways to help prevent yourself from being caught up and having nothing to do. Because it is said that when people are isolated and have nothing to do, no free time, no fun, no excitement in their life, they resort to smoking. So that is why doctors and even scientists have both proven that on average, 50% of Americans that have the healthy lifestyle, that are active and that are more intriguing in what they do not end up smoking. However, the rest of the half, the people that are not raised good or are isolated in rooms, that don't go out, that just live what some people might consider the boring lifestyle, they end up smoking. And as you can see here, smoking is definitely one of the worst things you could do. It leads to cancer, it leads to sickness, and the worst of all, it leads to death. And the more people realize this and cope with the fact that it is real, it can happen to you, and it will happen to you if you do smoke, it's going to happen, and it's going to keep happening. And cancer has gone on long enough, especially from smoking. And the message here is be active, go out, do stuff, be fun, be with friends, be with people that you love and care about, and that will prevent you from going downhill, because once you start, smoking is proven to be one of the hardest things to quit. So the only way for it to be easy to quit is to not get started in the first place, which is why you need to go out, have fun, and be active, and stay away from the smoking.